All right, traders, it is the 6th of August, 2017. My name is Jameson. Let's take a quick look at a daily candlestick chart of the continuous contract Russell futures here. So as of last year, it looks like back to March, 2016, we have a rising megaphone that's present. And then into, what is this, maybe November, December, we have another megaphone that's developing. So I recognize that, but it's just not quite actionable enough for me from a trading perspective. Now we also have a trading range and a bullish ascending channel that's developing since last year into where we're currently trading. Now, what I have here is I have volume, I have the delta, so we can see that the bids, the asks, and we have a cumulative delta that's present. So even right now, we can see that the negative delta is contracting, and the cumulative difference between these shows that we're seeing some buying pressure. So we can appreciate that last year, as prices were rising, there's actually a negative delta. Cumulatively, there's some selling pressure, and that did result in a nice pullback here. Now, the opposite is true now. So now, actually, we're seeing the Russell continuous contract, actually trade higher, and we're continuing to see expanding buying pressure. So I don't see any grossly bearish divergences present, suggesting that there's a lot of supply presenting. And again, the delta here shows that it's actually contracting. But let's take a look a little bit closer within this trading range and see if we can come up with something that's a little bit more actionable. So if we look, here's our trading range that's present. And you can see that what markets are either trending or they're in a trading range, right? So we're presently, I guess we'd say passively trending, but I think it's easier to say that we're within a trading range. So it looks like we break out of this high, and then we're just in a process of confirming this prior high, this prior resistance here as support. And then we break out of that trading range, and now it looks like the trading range, or we break through this level of resistance here, and now we're in the process of confirming this level of resistance, this new high, as support. And it's the character at which that we're doing so that draws some attention to me, and why I take the time to do this quick little video. So we've broken through this current trading range, and it looks like we're in the process of back testing it. Now, it's difficult to say that this current down wave is complete, so I'm a little maybe premature in sharing my observations, but they're still present. So it looks like we have lower lows. So the lower lows suggest maybe we're seeing some bullish absorption, of the supply. And here's the delta here at a kind of a closer zoomed in view, and we can see less selling pressure. There's less asks or offers that are printing here. Cumulatively, we can see there's actually it's expanding upward, so there's some buying pressure that's there. Now it's the character of these down waves. So if we look at the down wave here, this current down wave, as we test this prior level resistance and we confirm this as support, we can measure that cumulatively, and there's 999,000 contracts that went into that effort to retest it. Now the next time it went up and retested, there was less. There's 886. And then now we actually rally higher, and I'll point out that this last, the up wave here had 614 contracts. This next bullish wave actually had 1.3 million contracts. So the environment that exists currently shows that demand is overcoming supply, and we can see that through price action because we have new highs. Now it is the character of this next pullback that I think is interesting, because we've had 999, 886, and the current pullback is at 491. So it's about half the selling pressure of these prior down waves. Now it is going down with increased ease of downward movement. We can appreciate that the selling wave is longer than the previous ones, but the cumulative pressure that's being measured shows that there's less supply. At the present time, it looks like we're confirming a prior level resistance here as support, and it looks like it's in strong hands. It's difficult for me to be bearish on the Russell right now. All right, traders, those are some observations of mine. Good luck.